Hi, welcome to this Christmas edition of Essential NLP. It's 2023, we're moving into 24, but we got Christmas or the holiday season. And there are many problems that occur for many people during this particular seasonal period. Christmas should be a time of festivity and fun and connection and loveliness, but it isn't always the case, as many of us know. There are all sorts of stuff that occurs that gets in the way of that. It bends us out of shape. If you're interested in solutions to this, there's an amazing audio I did probably about 10, 15 years ago now on how to have a really great Christmas. So you go to philparker.org, you'll see it there in the shop. But I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the issues around Christmas and some of the solutions. So core issues are being overwhelmed, finding it's just too much to do, not kind of managing all this stuff that we've got to do. And then it starts not feeling like a holiday, it feels like an impossible job. Second thing is overeating, over-drinking, overindulging in various ways. And the third thing, which I'm going to talk about on this particular podcast, is dealing with other people, because Christmas is a time when we bump up against other people. There's another piece of this, of course, which is when there's people missing, people absent, often we can feel loss. And again, this is covered in the audio if you want to go and check it out, philparker.org. But today on the podcast, I'm talking about how do we deal with difficult people, people that we find take us not into a great state. And we can't avoid them. Normally we can, but in this season, that's when they come to stay, or we're in close proximity to them, and it just doesn't work for us. So what can we do? Well, long walks, of course, always work. Some people sleep a lot, other people lie down a lot, some people drink a lot. But those aren't really the solutions. What we've got to do is we've got to change our state. So how do we do that? Well, probably the key thing is to ask yourself this super important question, which is central to a lot of NLP, which is, what do you really want? Now, what you may want is for them to go away and not bother you, or to get a million miles away from them. That's not possible. So what do you want that's actually achievable? And that may take a little bit of thinking, but the solution is usually something like, what I want is, and just ask yourself this before I give you the answer. If you've got someone like this in your life who's going to be there around the holiday season, the question we're asking is, how would you love to be around them? What would you like? How would you like to feel? Now, it's not how would I like them to be, because they're going to be how they are. They're going to be the same as ever. It's how do I want to be around them? Even if they're doing this thing, how would I love to respond to them? They're doing their thing, how would I love to respond to them? Have a little think about what's the answer for you. The answer should be something like, and make sure it's not negative, not like not annoyed, because that will make you annoyed. Instead, think about how you want to feel. Now, if you're getting a negative, not annoyed, ask yourself, if I had that, if I wasn't annoyed, what would that give me? What would that feel like? The answer is likely to be something like calm, peaceful, at ease, not unperturbed, because that's a negative, not annoyed, not furious, not irritated, not those words. Calm, easy, at peace, accepting, serene. It could also be compassion. Because usually what's going on for these people is they're not in a very good state. There's something going on for them. They're not dealing with life very well. Why is that? Probably because of their past, probably because of their lack of skills. That's just the way that it is. So being able to have a sense of kindness, compassion. If you're really good at this stuff, if you listen to some of the other podcasts, you can even adopt what's called second position. Second position is stepping into that person, just imagining what's the world like from their point of view. What do you look like to them? And what is it about you that they find tricky? You don't have to change anything. It's just having an awareness of that. Oh, okay, that's what's tripping them up. You can also take third position, which is imagining you're an observer, just watching these two people interacting, and notice what you notice from that more distanced position. Often this will give us a kind of softening of some of the emotions that may have been tripping us up. But usually the states we want to get into are being calm, being serene, being at peace, and being compassionate. If you could do any of those things again and again through the Christmas period, particularly when you're around those people, just imagine for a minute you managed to do that somehow, magically. You've got yourself into those states because, of course, you have experienced those states at other points in your life. Imagine it's January and you're looking back at Christmas and you go, yeah, I did that. How does that Christmas look? By you being this way where you're choosing how you respond, independent of what they're doing, you're choosing your response. How does this feel? Get in touch with that, and then take yourself 3 or 4 Christmases in the future where you've done this each time. Each time you've been this way. How does this feel? To have a deeper, more familiar, more rich sense of this is what it feels like to be me, being this way, even around these people when they're being that way. And as you do that, allow yourself to congratulate yourself on having achieved something momentous, which is choosing how you respond to these people again and again and again, and how that allows you to be the you that you want to be. And that's a great gift to give yourself for Christmas. I'll see you on the next podcast.
Essential NLP. Practical skills for a great life.